Oh, don't look so shocked. Yeah, I know you crawl down our steps during the nights you can't sleep and sit on the couch. I know you put on a fire, usually make a cup of tea, and stare at it, hoping it'll lull you to sleep. But of course, that's why I'm here tonight. Why wouldn't I want to help my lovely, compassionate, beauty beyond compare girlfriend get the shut-eye she deserves? An eye roll. Really? I actually thought that one was pretty good. But take a seat. You good? Comfortable? Settling in, alright? Well, I'm glad you asked what I've planned. You know I love over-explaining things and giving a reason as to everything. I don't know why you're giggling. You're the one who's been with me all this time. But I digress. I've decided to think, compile, and print out excerpts of your favorite texts of literature. I know you love audiobooks, so I figured I could read you to sleep, or at least close to sleep. So, are you comfortable right there? Yeah? Good. Just relax for me. Take a deep breath. There you go. From the modern Prometheus. I saw that smile. I know you love this book. It was on a dreary night of November that I beheld the accomplishment of my toils. With an anxiety that almost amounted to agony, I collected the instruments of life around me, that I might infuse a spark of being into the lifeless thing that lay at my feet. It was already 1 in the morning. The rain pattered dismally against the panes, and my candle was nearly burnt out when, by the glimmer of the half-extinguished light, I saw the dull yellow eye of the creature open. It breathed hard. A convulsive motion agitated its limbs. How can I describe my emotions at this catastrophe, or delineate the wrench whom such infinite pains and care had I endeavored to form? I had worked hard for nearly 2 years, for the sole purpose of infusing life into an animate body. For this I had deprived myself of rest and health. I desired it with an ardor that far exceeded moderation. But now that I had finished, the beauty of the dream vanished, and breathless horror and disgust filled my heart. Unable to endure the aspect of the being I had created, I rushed out of the room, and continued a long time transversing at my bedchamber, unable to compose my mind to sleep. And at length, lassitude succeeded to the tumult I had before endured, and I threw myself on the bed in my clothes, endeavoring to seek a few moments of forgetfulness. And let me just get a sip of water. Still with me, baby? Looking a little sleepy. But don't worry, I've got plenty more for you. Even if you fall asleep, I'll still be here. Next, I've got one of your favorite poems, Mending Wall. Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that sends the frozen ground swell under it, and spills the upper boulders in the sun, and make gaps even two can pass abreast. The work of hunters is another thing. I have come after them and made repair where they have left not one on a stone, but they would have the rabbit out of hiding, to please the yelping dogs. The gaps, I mean, no one has seen them made or heard them made, but at springtime, mending time, we find them there. I let my neighbor know beyond the hill, and on the day we meet to walk the line and set the wall between us once again. We keep the wall between us as we go, to each boulders that have fallen to each, and some are loaves and some so nearly balls, we have to use a spell to make them balance. Stay where you are until our backs are turned. We wear our fingers rough with handling them. Oh, just another kind of outdoor game. One aside, it comes to a little more. There, where it is, we do not need the wall. He is all pine and I am apple orchard. My apple trees will never get across and eat the cones under his pines, I tell him. He only says good fences make good neighbors. Spring is the mischief in me, and I wonder if I could put a notion in his head. Why do they make good neighbors? Isn't it where there are cows? But here there are no cows. Before I built the wall, I'd asked to know what I was wailing in or wailing out, and whom I was like to give offense. Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that wants it down. I could say elves to him, but it's not elves exactly, and I'd rather he said it for himself. I see him there, bringing a stone grasp firmly by the top, in each hand like an old stone savage armed. He moves in darkness as it seems to me, not of woods only and the shades of trees. He will not go behind his father's saying, and he likes having it thought of so well. He says it again. Good fences make good neighbors. Baby. Still awake? Oh, took a while for you to respond there. Well, remember how I said it would be your favorite text that we read? Well, I lied. Yes. Dante's Inferno. Here are a few of my favorite excerpts, baby. Now the woeful notes begin to make themselves heard. Now I am come where much lamentation smites me. I had come into a place mute of all light, that blows as the sea does in a tempest, if it be combated by the opposing winds. The infernal hurricane that never rests carries along the spirits in its rampane, whirling and smiting as it molests them. When they arrive before its rushing blast, here are shrieks and bewailing and lamenting. Here they blaspheme the power divine. I understood that to such torment there are condemned the carnal sinners who subject reason to appetite, and as their wings bear along the star lines in the cold season, in a troop large and full, so that it blasts the evil spirits, hither, thither, down, up, it carries them. No hope ever comforts them, not of repose, but even less of pain. Gosh, I love that one so much, baby. Oh, your eyes are closed. Let me go ahead and read on then. Here sighs and cries and shrieks of lamentation echoed throughout the starless air of hell. At first, these sounds resounded made me weep. Tongues confused, a language strained in anguish with the cadences of anger. Shrill outcries and raucous grounds that join with the sounds of hands, raising in a whirling storm that turns itself forever through that wind of endless black, like grains of sand swirling when a whirlwind blows. And I, in the midst of all this circling horror, began, Teacher, what are these sounds I hear? What souls are these so overwhelmed by grief? and he to me. This wretched state of being is the fate of those sad souls who lived a life but lived it with no blame and no praise. They are mixed with that repulsive choir of angels, and neither faithful nor unfaithful to their God, who have undecided stood but for themselves. Heaven, to keep its beauty, cast them out, but even hell itself would not receive them, for fear the damned might glory over them. Finally asleep for me, baby. Rest up now. Before I drift off myself, I'll perform a modern-day abomination and rickroll you as you're fast asleep. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Good night, baby.